Let's wait for the train. Okay, so BBC Three re-released an article that they wrote about me back in November now, and it was re-released on the 7th of March, and it was posted on Facebook, and it was as a sponsored post. Now my friend Emily from Wales, she screenshotted the post that she saw on Facebook as she was just scrolling through, sent it to me like, I'm never gonna get over your face coming up in like news articles, and I was like, what? This is a new article, I didn't know about this. So she tagged me in it and I had a look, and it was the same article that they wrote about me in November, which was re-edited and reposted, which is absolutely amazing for psoriasis awareness. It gained quite a lot of attention, it got loads and loads of shares and loads of comments. Now the problem with anything going a little bit big, a little bit viral, going kind of on a sponsored post, is a lot of people see it. Now, sorry, I keep playing with my hair, I'm obviously still getting used to my new hair, so just bear with. I know it's really annoying when I play with my hair. So I knew as soon as this article had been re-released, I was like, oh, here we go again. Here goes Eczema-gate. Now, I did address this on my Instagram and my Twitter back in November, but obviously that is ages ago, and I just wanted to readdress it and have it on my channel. So basically, within the article, there is a quote which has been taken out of context. It has been kind of changed for the article, and bits of what I said have been mushed into one quote. And the kind of general consensus from the quote is that I think psoriasis is worse than eczema. That is in no way a reflection of how I think about eczema. No way. No way, shape or form. I am the most empathetic person towards eczema, towards all skin conditions, all medical conditions. I in no way think because I had psoriasis so bad that I am worse off than you, that I deserve to moan about it more. I'm not entitled to any of those things just because I had psoriasis worse than you. If you have one dot of psoriasis on your elbow, I am equally as empathetic as if you have it over your entire body. Just because I had it really, really bad does not mean that I am entitled to be like, well, I had it worse than you, so you shouldn't moan. No way. And I have a lot of people that will be like, oh, I've got such itchy skin at the moment. Oh, I'm so sorry, like preaching to the choir. And I'm like, no, like, oh, what is it? Like, tell me. There is in no way that I'm going to be like, really, look, have you seen what my skin was like? I am not that person at all. I am equally as empathetic for all skin conditions, all medical conditions, anything. So the fact that this article has kind of made out the fact that I think psoriasis is worse than eczema kind of upsets me. Now, obviously lots and lots of the comments were hate or kind of nasty comments. I decided to take it upon myself to reply to all of these comments, not obviously hating back because again I'm not that kind of person, but I just wanted to simply explain myself. There was a lot of comments calling me out on the whole eczema situation, and I basically wanted to explain myself and explain what I meant in that article, and that the quote isn't quite correct. Quote says, my main mission now is to help other people feel the same way about their psoriasis and to help society get to a point where it sees psoriasis as equal to eczema. No one stares at people with eczema or assumes that they're contagious and dirty, so why do they feel the same with psoriasis? Now, this is kind of along the general lines of what I said, but has been taken little tiny bits of what I said within the interview and changed for the purpose of the article. So it has been taken out of context, it's been kind of taken and rewritten in a way that is not what I mean in the slightest. Now, I remember exactly what I said in the interview. I remember the lady in the interview asking what like my main goal was basically with why I post about this, why I'm campaigning for psoriasis awareness, like what's the end goal, what do I want to achieve? And I basically made a very small comment about the fact that everybody knows what eczema is. Purely for the fact so many people would be like, oh, is that eczema? And I'm like, no, it's psoriasis. And they're like, oh, what's that? And nobody really knew what psoriasis was, but kind of everybody assumed that it was eczema because it was dry skin. Because a lot of people know what eczema is because there is more people with eczema. So just general facts, there is more people with eczema than there is with psoriasis. There is only 2% of the population that have psoriasis. I don't know the exact figure of eczema, I probably should have looked at that before filming this video, but I know for a fact there is more people in the world with eczema rather than psoriasis. So generally and naturally, more people know what eczema is rather than psoriasis because more people have it. And that's all I meant by that. I meant the fact that because eczema is more common, more people know about it. They know what eczema is. They know eczema. They don't really know what it is, but they know eczema is like a dry skin condition. So when people see kind of dry skin, they think, oh, that's eczema. Because psoriasis looks so different to eczema, people don't know what it is and they think it's contagious or they think it's dirty or things like that. That's simply what I meant by the article. But of course, lots of people with eczema obviously read my article and they weren't too happy with my comments. Now, there were lots of comments of hate. Those little keyboard warriors came on the comments and were not happy with me one bit. Now, I took it upon myself to reply to each and every single one of them, explaining myself and sending them obviously positive and healing vibes. I do not think, I'm going to put it out there, a simple fact, I do not think that psoriasis is worse than eczema. That is not what I meant. There were lots of comments like, oh, she thinks that eczema is a breeze, like, oh, I can't believe she thinks that her psoriasis is so much worse than eczema. She should try living with eczema. She should do this, she should do that. I can't believe she said this. I'm really annoyed at her. Oh, this article's made me angry, tagged friend. Ugh, I have feels about this article. So many bitter people on that post that have read that article and perceived it exactly how they wanted to. This is one of the comments. This article has really annoyed me. The way that she describes her psoriasis as if eczema is easy. I would love for you to show me in that article where I say that eczema is easy compared to psoriasis. They have literally read that quote, perceived it exactly how they want, and their anger has come over them and they've basically posted hate in the comments. There is nowhere in the article that I say that. I literally said that I want them to be as recognised as each other because more people know what eczema is. Really has upset me that people have just perceived it exactly how they want to. They've skimmed the lines and they've read it and they have decided what they thought of it and they've just gone in and posted those comments. Now, like I said, I obviously replied to all of these people explaining myself, and I think I did a pretty good job of it because lots of people were like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect you to reply. Oh, I hope you don't think I'm being bitchy. Oh, I'm really sorry. So as soon as I replied, these keyboard warriors were like, oh, they're not keyboard warriors anymore. I'm a real person that you are writing comments about. Especially when I had no control over this article. I did not say those things in that context. I said it in a completely different context, which is why I wanted to make this video to explain what I meant by that. There is honestly like tons and tons and tons of comments. They just continue going and loads of them are great. I don't want to make this video really negative because loads of the comments were absolutely amazing. And I did try and make an effort to reply to each and every one of you. So many of you were so lovely, calling me so brave and amazing. There was one comment that tagged their friend saying lol don't die which I found really funny because obviously the whole article was about me almost dying. If you haven't watched that video, I'll leave a link in the down bar. There's a video about my whole story with erythrodermic psoriasis and like almost dying. So it's someone tagging their friend who clearly has psoriasis like lol don't die. I was like, wow, that's funny. So there was so many amazing things, but I really wanted to address the hate, the eczema gate, purely because lots and lots of people on here got very wound up about the eczema comment. I personally don't see how people got so wound up about it. The comment, even though it was out of context, wasn't even that bad, but people have read it and perceived it exactly how they want to, which is exactly what people do with articles and anything they see online. There is nowhere in the article that I say having eczema is easy. I have friends with eczema and I honestly feel for them so much, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is it okay? And they're like, oh god, no, don't worry, like you've dealt with so much worse. And I'm like, no, hang on a second. Just because I've dealt with so much worse does not mean that I have the kind of authority to be like, oh no, yours is nothing compared to mine. I am not like that in any way, shape or form. You have every right to moan or be upset or be in pain. That's your prerogative. Just because I've had it worse doesn't mean that I'm entitled to be like, you can't moan about that. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and really explain myself. I don't feel like I need to explain myself, but I wanted to. purely for all those eczema people out there, because I do know I do have quite a lot of eczema followers, because eczema and psoriasis are similar. They are very, 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 very different, hence why I am campaigning for psoriasis awareness. And obviously I have psoriasis, I don't have eczema, but I do have friends with eczema, and I do know a lot of the same kind of methods of treatment do help eczema as well, because obviously they are both dry skin conditions. But it's very hard because eczema is a dry skin condition, psoriasis is not, which may seem as a little bit of a surprise to some of you. Psoriasis is an autoimmune disease which is inside of you, but it is kind of perceived and shown through the dry skin condition. So the actual problem is your immune system, but it is kind of shown through the dry patches on your skin. So it isn't actually a skin condition, it's actually an autoimmune disease, which may confuse quite a lot of you, because it is always talked about how eczema and psoriasis are skin conditions. Psoriasis isn't a skin condition, it is an autoimmune disease that is perceived through a skin condition. So little fun fact for you there. If you've enjoyed this video, it's a little bit of a random one, but yeah, like I said, I just wanted to come on here and explain the whole eczema gate hate comment situation. And obviously if you have any more questions, please do leave them in the comments below, and there'll be all links for social media and everything in the down bar. Please do leave me some video suggestions if there's anything you want to see me talk about. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and make sure you hit that subscribe and that bell button to keep up to date with all of my latest videos. I am going to be trying doing a video every week. If I stick to it, that's another story. But I am going to be trying to upload a video every single week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button to see what I've got coming up. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.